The problem right now that medical researchers have, and also the folks who have the clinical data in a hospital setting, like at UNC hospitals, the problem that they have is that these two groups want to work together, and the folks with the data want to get the data to the medical researchers, but the data is all private health information data, so it's sort of, kind of a thing you've got to be careful how you're handling. There's a lot of legal entanglements, regulatory entanglements, all sorts of issues just with wanting to keep that data private and under control. So the problem is, how do you get that data to the researchers so the researchers can do their work without having, while minimizing the risk that that data can somehow either accidentally get out or some other way escape from the containment that it needs to be in to satisfy what the folks who have the data need. RENCI's role in the project is to provide the technical leadership and implementation of this system that we're doing. So we consult with the other partners, we get requirements, and we work with other partners in their environments and with their folks, and we do implementation of the pieces and production of the prototypes and help to move the system into production.
The environment we're creating is for a researcher to do their basic research. This environment is a virtualized environment, which means it uses computing systems that don't really exist in a hardware form. They actually exist in a software form on a server. These virtual workspaces contain all the tools that a researcher would use to analyze the data that's been provided to them for their research project. The idea is to isolate their environment so this data, this healthcare information, is protected and doesn't leak out of their environment. We're actually employing a number of techniques here to keep the data safe. One is creating a virtualized environment that the researcher will use to work on this data and aggregate the data for their research project. Another thing we're doing to make sure that the data does not exit this environment is we're employing what are called data leakage protection software packages that block any vectors where this data might leak out of the environment.
Data leakage prevention is, as the name suggests, it prevents data from leaking out the environment you control. But this is not a totally shutdown. It's like you install a filter to prevent the leakage, right? But then you can select what kind of things you want to leak out and what kind of things you want to hold it in. So that's basically what the DLP, or data leakage prevention protection technology, is for. So they will inspect the content that is going up and then see if it contains some data which are not allowed or is sensitive. So once they find a positive signals, then they will raise a flag and then will implement the appropriate actions.